Hello, and welcome to Dragon's Dogma 2. It's a bit of a different one today. It's not quite out yet, but we've got this character creation demo that's now available. So you can almost think of this as almost like a prologue to the series that I'm inevitably going to end up doing on this game. So I'm looking to create, so you can have a bit of a faff with it, you can create your own characters, but you can use them when the game actually releases. So we can get into it and actually create our characters already. Which it's telling us just here. Right. So in the game we'll get a main character and a helper. So we'll get to create ourselves, and then we'll be able to create our kind of like main companion. I think you can use other companions. I've been watching a bit of Dragon's Dogma 1 because it's long before, it's from like over 10 years ago now. Dragon's Dogma, not a game I played. I think then, I'm trying to think if it even released on PlayStation. I think it did. I'm not certain though. But I didn't play it. It wasn't something I really heard of. I heard of it a few years later that it was good. But obviously, I think in the year it came out, it was overshadowed by Skyrim. So Elder Scrolls Skyrim, which I did play the hell out of, kind of overshadowed it. So a bit of a cursed launch with that one. Bad timing. Anyway, the second one's coming out. Looks absolutely excellent. Very glad that they're getting a sequel. That Capcom seem to be on a roll at the moment, I will give them that. But we'll be trying it out, and we're going to be making a character today. But since we get to make two, let's see. You can either select a preset or from a blank slate. It's nice to usually create, have a little bit of a starting point. Taking its time though here. Yeah, so since we get to create two characters, I'm going to probably create a guy and a girl. Kind of one of each. Can really see the customization settings. I'll be honest, usually when I'm deciding which one I'll create, I think it might have bugged out here, hang on. Okay, it just took it a goddamn age. So who are they still human? I'm trying to decide if that's like meant to be like, because they look so much. I'll be honest, they looked really short compared to everyone else. I thought that were going to be like a dwarf or halfling, but then I'm like, no, they're pretty tall for one. And then there's this dude next to him, so so you can just be. It looks like then. So it looks like you've got, your Khajiit equivalent on here. So you've got your cat people. It looks like there's just various, there's the human rainbow of skin colours and things available to you. I'll be honest, I was expecting more like dwarves and elves, but maybe they're not in this universe. We'll start with, let's start here. He looks like a bit more of a blank slate, I think, here. So, right. Change the race or body type will affect the character's overall appearance. Proceed. Okay. So yeah, it looks like there's basically humans and cat people. Body. So, I guess normal, bit tubby, little bit skinny, kind of fairly normal-esque. I think the guy we've got is masculine body type. We've got some fat guys, a bit of a lanky guy, and like big, strong guy. So let's go with that. Base head. Just the face to suit your liking. Right. But yeah, normally when I'm creating characters on these games, normally what determines whether or not I make a guy or a girl to start with is just how many beard choices are there compared to how many hair choices. Basically. Or you look at, you know, if you go in and you look at a couple of suits of armour that you want, you know. You're like, ooh, that one looks good. Does it look better on the lasses or the lads? And you just kind of decide. I think I'm happy with what we have here. I think we can get onto the detailing now. So, basically what I'm going for here is, firstly, I'm essentially wanting to create Kratos. So I'm just going to like max out. I like how it's got a line there that shows you what it was before. So we can make him have like stubby legs but a really big body. Or we can give him a fairly short body and lanky legs. Muscle style. So 19 has a bit of a six pack. 26 looks alright. Some of these make him look wrinkly, I think. We want to go for a guy who looks absolutely unbelievably ripped. $19 might be the one. Were it 19 we started at, or were it like 29 or something? I don't know. Anyway, 19 looks to be super ripped. Right. Maximum muscle strength, cause you know, not that good. Yes, ton. Traps. I'll be honest, I'm not all that. Redo, undo, trap size. Oh, that's interesting. Right. I see. So it's that bit around his neck. Okay. Upper body muscle mass. We're just gonna slide all this up. Upper body size. We can actually not go that far, but I think we can go a bit higher than in what it was. He's got them chunky thighs now. We might want to just lower that down a smidge so that it doesn't look like his thighs are going to start grinding together. I think we're getting somewhere with that. Okay. So we're around 40ish. Let's put it at 20. Let's try that. Let's do the head. Right, size then. Ugh. I'm gonna trust whatever the game has for this. Length. It looks... Honestly, it looks more or less fine, this. Neck length. Thickness. What if we do that then? Okay. We might be able to just lower this a smidge. Maybe not quite that far, but... it's just making like the top bulge up, isn't it, that? Yeah. Looks a bit weird. In fact, we might want to bring it down a smidge. if anything. Right. Let's go with that. I'm not overly fussed over this. Over like the head and that at the moment. I think we might want to adjust like the ears maybe, and just pull like the ears in a bit. Change like eye and hair colour. And give him a big thick beard. Right. Shoulder width. A bit too far that. As much as I'm just kind of like, yeah, make him look big and muscular. It might be a bit much that. Right. Chest thickness. So this would be, yeah, it's exactly what I think it is. 60 seems about right. Puff it out a bit. Basically, how big do you want his pecs? Torso width. We can probably pull that in a bit. Depth. There. Arm length. Make them a smidge longer. Ooh, size. Oh, yeah, that's what we want to see. Okay. Got friggin' oars for arms. Lovely. Upper arm thickness, forearm thickness. Okay. Now that's shoulder size. That was bulging out a bit too much, but that's about right there. Right. Shoulder width as well. What shall we do with shoulder width? So it's currently at 0. $35 maybe, cause that looks a bit crazy. Might be a bit too much that. Mind you, it gets less weird the more you look at it. I think we could at least do that much, but let's have a look. If we were to widen that out, we would have to definitely widen the torso back out. Put that on at 65. Just puff him out a bit again. Right, so it's absolutely massive. Okay, we're going lower body. Waist width. Gotta gain them childbearing hips. No, we. That's for the next character. Right, what have we got? Waist size. What does this even do? I'm not going to turn this to the side and see a bulge, am I? I basically am. Oh no, it's mostly his ass. You know, how toned does his backside need to be? The answer is of course that we need to bounce coins off it. Right. Leg size overall. Ooh, that's a bit. Where was it? Oh, and that moves the other two alongside it. So. If we turn the calf size down a bit, then increase this. Max, what would that look like otherwise? That's 100. That's 45. Right, now that we've basically created our Greek god. Just absolutely ridiculous. Needless to say, we're not going to be playing a mage. You can probably tell. Right. Movement style. What does this do? I don't even know what it's doing. I think one's more casual, and the other's a bit tighter and more regimented. Elbow angle. Okay, so that pushes the elbows out to the sides, whereas I think this brings them in. So yeah, so we pushed them out to the sides. Knee angle. You know what? Let's just not mess with this. What's posture? Laid back. Or lean forward. Let's lean him forward a bit, make him look a bit more determined. Knee angle. So what does it do exactly? Yeah, I'm not really sure with knee angle. Yeah, oh, I see. I think I see it. So this is walking more straight forwards, whereas this is knees are out to the side. Okay. We'll try and keep that neutral then, so it's kind of in the center. Elbow angle, it's out to the sides. Or I can bring it in. Does that look more like how a Spartan soldier would walk? Maybe? I think we're going to leave it there. Okay. What else have we got? Head. I think we're happy with the base head, but it's base skin, so... That looks quite pasty, so number 6 might be good. How many are there exactly? I prefer this when they put them in order of colour, like from light to dark. His skin shall be white as snow. I guess. Right. Wrinkles. Like a newborn baby. Sheen. Do we want to oil him up? Not particularly, no. I mean, what, I'm like 23 or something. Right, we'll leave it about there-ish. Brow. Let's see, I'm not going to get too into all this, where we're moving like the position of each of like the corners of his mouth and things. We might do the ears. I did mention the ears were a bit jutting out, weren't they? Is it tilt? No, not really. Maybe it's just size in general. Oh, you can make them look like elves. If you so wish. Hmm. Just make them a bit smaller, I guess. I'm hoping to be able to like flatten them out a bit more so they're not poking out as much, but that'll be fine, I think. Right. Okay. Facial hair. Style. As much as I'm like, I'm gonna create Kratos, braids always sort of start luring me over. I'm always a sucker for some braids and a beard. Right. I think the right one then would be... That's pretty close, 32. It says between 32 and 6. So that gets an honourable mention because it has 5 braids in it. Let's go with this. So Kratos in the latest God of War, his beard were a bit... It's definitely dark black, but it's not like pitch black like that is. And the tips would be a bit brighter. Not quite that bad, but probably there-ish. And we can just get a bit of grey going there. Sheen position. I don't really care about the sheen. Manny, what's that? It sheens. Right, we've got the beard. Hairstyle will of course be bald. Okay, now it's starting to come together a bit. Can we give his bald head sheen? I don't think it works on a bald head. Too bad. Right. Eyebrows. They might want to just, let's see, ooh, body hair, that's something as well. What we got? type 1, so a bit. Actually, that's quite. So there's none, quite a bit on the arms and legs, chest hair, or none. So that's quite a lot. Since it's Kratos, let's say that, well, he's not been able to shave his hands and that because of the chain, so we'll give him some arm hair and that, but his six-pack is absolutely spotless on the game, so we're going to leave the six-pack completely shaven there. We will not be doing makeup. Oh god, you can do teeth. Oh, that's interesting. You can just remove teeth. Make you send a pirate. That is actually really cool. Right. Of course, there'll be a limited amount of what tattoos we can get, but we'll see what we can do. You want something red that covers the left eye, which looking at him will be our right, but yeah. Body tattoos, right arm, right leg, scar. Body scars, right arm scars. Dirt. There's no face tattoos. You know, maybe it's on here. No, it probably no, it doesn't look to be. Right. Okay. That is very close. Type 4 might be as good as we can get there. Eight's not bad either. Okay. So there's body tattoo there. I think we're good. I think that's just a good one to go with. Edit tattoo 2, body tattoo 1 style. Second body tattoo. Ah, so that's how you get the head tattoo then. So you put it on the body, but you adjust the position. So head tattoos are just body tattoos. Right, gotcha. Right. Let's see what we can do then. Yeah, I don't think, like, looking at the available tattoos, there isn't, you know, just like a stripe that we could have, and we're not going to get the exact one. I think I might just go with that because it's got like it's for a preset, it's basically what we want. I'm not here to create like a perfect recreation. I'm sure someone's gone on and spent like absolutely hours on this. You definitely could. I'm happy enough with this. Right. Well, let's put some scars on. Okay. Body right, left. Okay. Body scars. There's like burn marks. We could put those on the hands, where his chains used to be. That could be quite interesting. And I think that's us gone through them already. Right, let's put 6 there. Let's rotate it. Horizontal position, move over left eye. There we go. Now we need to shrink it down. That worked surprisingly well. Right. And scar 2, we'll put some burn marks there as well. So that's 14. So we want 14 and 4. And move them down. There-ish. Right. Let's see what the dirt does then, so. Type 1 is like a bit everywhere. Type 2, type 3. Just a type 1, but let's put it to like 20. That seems about right. Right, we're looking good. Eyes. Can we choose a colour? Apparently not. Eyes, maybe. Primary, secondary. I think he's got like brown eyes. That looks about right. Right. One Kratos look-alike. Okay. Vocation. Obviously fighter. Voice. Can I hear these? Oh, test. This is gonna sound dodgy, isn't it? Oh, that's definitely. We're getting somewhere with what was it? Somber Soldier 1. I think they're like deeper the lower down they are, so. Right, Somber Soldier 1. Vocation fighter, that masculine hero. Finalize. Name. Oh, is it gonna? There we go. Moniker. So is this a moniker? I guess this is what it'll try to call you in game or something. Well, I am a Dave myself, so we'll go with Dave. Our hero, Sir Dave. Right. Let's finalize that. Finalize character and proceed. Yes. Carry over to Dragon's Dogma 2. Okay. Right. Well, that's been pretty interesting. It's definitely quite in-depth. I'm genuinely surprised with how in-depth it is, really. It's quite good. We'll see, let's see, create a second character. So we've got a main pawn to create. And we can choose a preset, of course. We'll get started with one. I think this is more what I'm wanting to create with them. Right. Body. Base head. I'm happy with the base head. Let's try... So that's like a more masculine woman, I guess. That's taller. And that's tall and fairly masculine, I guess. Well, not masculine, sorry. Muscular, I guess I should say. Tall and muscular. Right. So it can be that. There can be an archer, mage, a thief. Right. Body. We probably don't want them to be as tall as us. That'd be a bit strange, so let's bring it down a smidge. Let's put muscle strength up so we can actually see the effects on the character. Oh god, they're going all wrinkled there. I honestly don't think any of these make them look particularly muscular. Most of them make them look wrinkly. Ugh. That might be alright. 8. 8 and 9. Which one? We'll go with 8. Okay. Upper body muscle mass. Probably don't want to overdo this when being a girl, because you can very quickly make them look weird. Simply put with this. Like, yeah, that's a bit much. I mean, if you're a thigh guy, then... Right. I had to see it. Okay. Let's leave that at that. Head. Upper body. Let's just get the shoulder width. Now, yeah, if you want to make a girl immediately look like a dude, pro tip: mess around with the shoulders. It's one of those things. Like, I remember doing this on like old wrestling games, I think like WWE something or other. But if you want to make them look really masculine really quick and it looks really weird, you just crank the shoulder width up. Because it's one of them things, you don't really notice it with most lasses. It's like one of those subtle things you pick up on when you're in a character creator. But it's like, yeah, honestly the most differentiating thing between like a girl and a guy is just the shoulders. Like, you wouldn't think it. You'd think it'd be like, oh no, it's like all these other things will make them look more or less masculine. It's like, no, the shoulders and probably like the areas around the neck have the biggest effect. Like, chick, dude, chick, dude. Right. So, yeah, you'll notice that they'll always pull those down. The thing I'm actually going for here is I'm trying to recreate one of the bloody guardians off of the Black Desert. There's like a guardian class. Looks like this giant fucking Valkyrie lass with like massive like ropey arms and thighs that could like crush a guy's skull between them. That's what we're going to be aiming for. I have no confidence in my ability to do this. Right. I think the first thing we'll probably want to do... Right, let's see. Where's shoulders, chest? I think let's try starting with the... chest height, torso width. Where's the one for like torso length? Where was that? Here it is. So we're not going to have a very long torso. We're actually going to bring it all the way up. I might even make her quite tall. But like, completely shrink her torso down. Put a little bit on the traps there. Then we're going to crank up that lower body muscle mass again. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Shoulder width might want to go up a smidge. Right. Let's get the thighs right. And then go back to the upper body. Right, leg size. Right. We're getting somewhere. Rear sizes all the way. Because of course it is. Waist. So let's see what we can do here. Waist can go... Looks like it curves in sharply too much there. What's causing all that? Like, if we put them all up to max, how does it look? It still looks like there's almost like two spikes jutting out, which is not the look that we're going for here. Okay. So let's bring that in a bit. Then we'll crank this down a tad. See, that's flattened it out way too much. Right, waist width, that's honestly not bad. That's kind of corrected it. Might be a little too narrow. We might crank it up to like there-ish. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Upper body, so it's odd that there's like already a body and then there's the upper body. Right, this is largely going to be about all the shoulder stuff and the chest stuff here. So thickness. Now I think I know what this means. Yep, I was correct in that assumption. So we're putting that pretty high up there. What have we got? Is that literally a sag thing? No, it's how close they are. Right, okay. So, right, so maybe around 25, still keeping it looking fairly natural. Chest height. Okay, that's pulled them back in. So that's how much gravity they've got, how much slack. There you go, that's... Right. We don't want them to look like they were just attached on, like a staple gun. Because that obviously leads to them looking very fake, but... Right, torso width, we want to probably narrow that down a bit. Slim a bit off that. I will say it's quite funny that I'm taking way more care and attention into the silhouette of the lass than the lad, but of course I am. Right, we all know why. Right, torso depth. What's depth then? What is... Right, Are they anorexic or not? How much of an eating disorder do we want to give? Like there-ish. Let's see, torso depth. Okay, I get it. Okay, what if I put depth? Nah. That's probably about right. Arm length, arm size, so we could make the arms big and muscular. We could. Right. I think the head. Where's the neck length? Yeah. It seems to be way above her shoulders, like. Let's see. I'm thinking then. Where are we? Yeah, I'm wanting to like bring the shoulders up a bit maybe, but not quite sure where to go with that. I'm gonna make the head a bit longer as well. Like, let's see. Maybe it will fine. Right. I'll not mess around too much with that. Varish? Yeah. Twinkles. None. Sheen. More than our guy, but not enough that they look oiled up. Brow height. Let's have a look. Pretty much fine with it for the most part. Right. Cheeks. Could we do some cheek / neck thickness? Ugh. Ugh. Let's slim down a smidge. There-ish. Cheek height. Let's have a look what that does. It's fine. Jaw definition. I think I'm more or less fine with this, as is. Hairstyle. And that is probably the hairstyle I would go for. Let's see what others there are, just out of curiosity. So, we're on 56. So we could do the same with slightly different, well, we are the fringe on the front. Got various mohawks and things, and stuff that's quite frilly. We've got afros. Okay, it's pretty in depth, I will give it that. You punk. Oh, is that like a samurai cut or something there? And we're not that stupid, but right, okay. That's fine for me. Honestly, more or less what I would have created with the character created otherwise. What is the base colour? 35. Eyebrows. Base colour. 35. Slightly bushy. So look a bit more natural. Makeup. Lips, base colour, does it make much of a difference, really? Triple opacity. Ah. So basically, do you want any makeup or not? I think we're fine leaving it as is. I think it looks weird when you give them, like you just tart them up with massive amounts of makeup. When they're meant to be in a fantasy setting, it does look kind of weird. Right, do we want them to have any tattoos? I don't mind some cool kick-ass writing on one arm. That wouldn't look too bad. So it looks like probably the best way to do that would be to just apply that one tattoo. I will say, There is something getting in the way of these tattoos. Let's just move it so we can actually see what we're doing with them. Right. I will say you could always do what's it? Put those there, just stick them on top of. No, right. We'll not be silly. We'll not. Well, I'll try not to be silly. Any of these looking particularly? Yeah, some cool ass like ancient writing there. Something if you want to summon some demons. Right, let's start with that. And then let's go with tattoo. Oh, it's only got primary colour. What colour best matches the hair? Maybe 21? Horizontal scale. We need it to wrap around. There. Looks badass. Okay. Tattoo number 2. Let's see what we can do. We'll move it up a bit so we can see. So that's the same. Maybe something for the face, this one. Let's have a look. I wouldn't mind just like one of these paint smears if there's one that's not too crazy. Maybe that. Then we move it up to here. We change the base colour out. I believe we were going with 21. Okay. Right arm. We'll do 2. We'll do some. We'll try and get it matching on both sides as well. Maybe we'll do 32 perhaps? Or 26? And we wrap it around. I guess it doesn't need to wrap around that much. Just need to fully wrap around because you can't really see the underarm much, can you? Right. That's probably enough. And then we can go for tattoo 2. And I think we'll just do a copy of our one for our main body. Lower the vertical scale. And make it so that it connects. There we go. Wraps around. And base colour 21 again. Right. We're getting somewhere here. Right, and back. You might have noticed a cut there. Funnily enough, literally just as I was doing this, my brother and my mate both came online and were ready to go on Helldivers, so I've literally just gone and played an entire hour worth of well, not even an hour, like 2 hours worth of Helldivers. Oh, this is good, you can click on them, I've just noticed this, and just cycle through all of them here rather than just having to go left and right. That's nice. I should definitely do that. Right. So we want this one. And we want 21. And we want the vertical position to be around here-ish. I want to just bring those so they're just touching a bit. There. That should do. Vertical scale. Let's just get the scales off the other one, shall we? Vertical position was right arm, left arm. So the writing is on tattoo 1. Damn, that's gonna be awkward then. So this is -44 on position, 19 and 51 on scale. And the horizontal scale was perfect. Overall scale 25. But yeah, we want -44 in position. There, perfect. Second one. We want tattoo 3 on position 28. No, that can't be right. Hang on. Right arm tattoo style 32. Ah, it's because the actual tattoo picture were covering that up. Right. 32, position 28, scale 2547. So it's this that needs changing. There we go. 32, position 28. 47 horizontal scale. Yes, correct. And remember the base colours. We need everything on 21. Okay. Looks good. Let's get these leg tattoos done then. Are we doing the same ones? Probably. Or maybe we mix it up a bit on the legs. Let's see what we've got. I'm wondering if we should do some asymmetric stuff, you know. Maybe we could throw this one in there. Yeah, in fact, right, let's try mixing it up a little bit for the legs, and we might even go back to the arms here. Okay. Okay. Let's wrap it round a bit. That's looking alright. Okay. Vertical tiling. Oh, we've got... Holy crap, you can tile these? Damn. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay. I'm quite liking that. Okay, let's set the colour. Do a second one. Let's do this one, which looks a bit muckier, a bit more smeared. Can we rotate it? That's the big question here. Position, rotation. Ah, here we go. would... Okay, so 50 tilts it over, then we put it up here a bit. Oh, so it starts disappearing as it gets to there, it doesn't go all the way up to the thigh. That's a shame. If we change the horizontal scale again, then that should just connect them up. Yep, pretty much. I'm not really fond that it's covering up the other one a bit. Right, maybe. We look at that first one and we scale it a bit. That looks alright. Okay. Let's see about the left leg then. Let's have a look. Not left leg, sorry. Right leg. Right. Let's go with this. Increase the horizontal scale so they join up. Rotate it so that that little line that you can kind of sort of see is on the inside leg, so it's harder to notice. We'll put the vertical position up here. I'm liking this so far, it's looking good. Match that with the other one. The vertical scale probably wants to come down a tad. There-ish. And that looks good to me. Oh, it's got a secondary colour. Well, not really be using the secondary colour, but... Right. Looking good. Now we need something along the bottom. Maybe do something like this again. And we can... Oh, what's intensity do? Opacity, sheen... right. Let's do horizontal scale again. To there. Then we will do some tiling. Get the colour correct and... Okay. And we'll let's swap the tattoo out here for this. And the text we'll swap for this, but we will vertical tile it twice. Maybe that might work. Or maybe we could instead what would look alright here? Honestly, they don't look crazy bad. That actually looks surprisingly solid. Flames won't be too bad either. Or I could just tile that a bunch of times. Right. I also think I'll change out the body tattoo for the face. I don't think I'm actually liking that too much. Let's try and bring that back down to around here. We might put a neck one in. Now that we know these can tile. That looks kinda badass on the chest, you know, like a magic circle. I think one of these might be better as like a collar, almost. Let's try yeah, let's go with this. Horizontal scale. So that should go around the shoulders, around the back. And if we then, let's see, about there-ish. Get it so that it's not really fading away around the shoulders. And we can... yeah, that should be alright, that. If we tile it a few times, it can look a bit more detailed. Like that. Okay. You can do some really cool stuff with the tattoos, I'll admit that much. Right. Scars. So we could do a preset. Right. We're gonna have a burn. Not like completely around the face, but we'll put one there. Move it around a bit. Scale the whole thing down a tad. Move it up. And then we're gonna have a... the cliche, what's it, eye scar. So we're just going to basically mess up one side of the face a bit here. Right, and... overall scale. There, that'll do. Alright, okay, you can put intensity up and it makes it look a lot more serious. I will admit the burn mark looks more like just dirt. Right. Right arm, we will have... do we really need much in the way of... we'll put some... burn marks on the hands. About there-ish. And I guess we'll stick some, put some bruises on. Up here a bit. There. We'll make the left-hand side ones a bit more intense though, since they're not going to be blocking up that text as much. Whereas the ones on the right, you'd want them to be too deep, otherwise it's going to... Well, you don't want it to be too noticeable, otherwise it's going to kind of clash with that text. Right leg. Right, do we want any leg scars? We'll have like one. It's healed up a bit. Right. Oh, that's scale. I thought it was position. Right, that'll be alright. And then some on the left leg. They'll be a lot less noticeable on the left, so maybe we'll just stick to right. Just put a few on the outer thigh here. I've done scale again, haven't I, instead of position. Make them look a bit fresher. Right. Dirt. So type 1, 2, type 3. Oh god, what's dirt colour? I guess that's more like sand and... Right, whatever. So type 1, 2 or 3. We'll go with 3. We'll do coverage is everywhere, but put the opacity like really down on it. There. I think we're more or less done here. Let's see. The only thing I can still think of is that yeah, maybe we turn the neck thickness down. That might. Not really, no. Base height, head depth, head width, head length. I don't know, I just feel like the whole, like, her head should be closer to her shoulders, just a smidge, but... Right. What if we put the arm size down a bit? Does that help? Doesn't really make that much of a difference. I think I think I'm fine with that. Right. I might come back and edit them and mess around, but there we go. We have. Ooh, and we can do. That's the point. We can do roots and tips, can't we? Here. Ah, maybe we could have. Done something like. Yeah, what would it be? So 35 would be instead. You're like the brightest blonde you could get. Then like bright orange. Not as good looking as I was expecting it to. I think we'll keep it with the red. Plus I'd have to change all the tattoos now. Right. I like that there's just an undo button there. Brilliant. Right. I think we've got our two characters. And we need to do eyes as well. Oh, you can edit each eye separately. Very nice, right. So right eye. Right, iris size. Let's do the left eye. Let's see, type 1. Okay, so it would be normally 2164, wouldn't it? but we can do type 3. I think, yeah, to make it look right, you kinda... Oh god, there's loads of colours, right, okay. There we go. One badass berserker lady, right. Again, kind of trying to make them look like the Guardian off of Black Desert. We'll see how well that goes. I probably have a terrible party composition with this. Don't know what class to make them. I'm really not certain. Because I don't know what, like, crazy dual-wielding berserker person would come under. Would it... I want to say fighter, but then the rogue looks like they dual-wield, so I don't know. Maybe there's like a hybrid class of some sort in the game that I can find out, but we'll have to see. Right. But that's going to kind of conclude our first look into this. Been absolutely ages in the character creator there. It's... yeah, but this will act as kind of our starting point. Bit of a taste as to what's to come. Close character, return to cast, temporary sale, creative way on. No. Right, let's finalise. Oh, here we go, right. Inclination. Compassionate, devoted and dutiful. Obedient pawn favours balanced approach with an emphasis on support, quick to aid allies. Rational, shrewd, strategizing, characterized by caution, favours defense and evasion. Curious, earnest and adventurous, pawn with their heart on their sleeve, enjoys exploring and gathering items, always up for a challenge. Candid, flippant, impulsive, unbound by precepts, enjoys the thrill of combat. That sounds like the right one.
The people here are evacuated and safe for the moment. The people here are evacuated and safe. The people here are evacuated and safe. The people here are evacuated and safe for the
people here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
The people here are evacuated and safe for the moment.
There are more who can yet be saved. There are more who can yet be saved. There are more who can yet be saved. It seems the rain has abated.
That, I guess. Flash of daggers, too quick for the eye. Their speed and agility allow them to break through the enemy guard with ease. I think we're gonna, yeah, and it does say it can be changed later. We're gonna go with that because I'm wanting like a two-hander person. And we're gonna go with, yeah. That detailed, yes, very feminine human. As we can see. Right. Looks good to me. Let's choose some names. What can we have? What can we have? We can have Freya, and the normal name I use with girl characters in RPGs. There we go. Boom. Finalize and proceed. So let's see, if we go in here, can we like look at our previous creations now? Yes, we can. I might have to put more tattoos on him. I think that's fine. But now that we know how to do it, yeah, I might actually go back and see if I can get those properly perfect on now that I've gotten a bit more familiarised with the tattoos. And then we've got our main pawn, who will be joining us, who I probably spent twice the amount of time creating. I'm guessing that everyone's probably done the same thing, just spend like way longer creating the person that they're going to be hanging around with than themselves. But anyway, right, if you've stuck around, thank you very much for watching. I imagine most have probably skipped through bits in this. It's quite a long, I've spent way too long there, but that should hopefully speed up the character creation when the game comes out. We can hopefully just get started right away and separate this off the first video. So anyway, I'm very much looking forward to it. I will say I am very much looking forward to it. I'll probably get it pre-ordered soon, probably in the next day or two. I mean, it's telling me there, purchase the full version now. And I'm probably not far off deciding to do that. Anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching. This being the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator. Very much looking forward to the full game. Oh, it's even giving you a cutscene.
The bell has tolled on
But
the
yes,
age of...
we'll skip that. We'll very much be playing a series through when it comes out. I hope to see you for that. I'll see you then.